welcome to Cricket Talk with Venky. Let's welcome Venky first. Hi, Venky.
Namaste. Thank you very much to be on this show, Srinivas Murthy. It's always great to speak to you.
Thanks, Venky. In fact, if you recall the previous episode, before the start of the second test, we had discussed that whether this pitch will be a rank turner, and it turned out to be a rank turner.
Absolutely, from day one, isn't it? From day one, first session, first 1 hour itself, we started to see some bit of turn and bounce. That's what everybody were expecting. And it was good to see India and Virat Kohli winning the toss and electing to bat first. So obviously the start was good as far as the Indian team is concerned from the word go, as far as the toss is concerned, from there onwards.
Absolutely. You rightly said, it was very important for India to win the toss because they had lost the toss in the first test and they had lost the test also. So Virat did a favor, I would say. But again, Venky, it was turning from day one, even though suppose if India had fielded first also, they could have got England all out much earlier. England didn't do that because they didn't bowl well, but Rohit Sharma and Rahane batted beautiful.
Absolutely, yes. I think I would say Rohit Sharma's innings was very crucial for the Indian team, because if we remember right, the first session was sort of towards England, because they had picked up 3 crucial wickets, including Virat Kohli's wicket. Okay. Having said that, when we were 3 down in the first session on day one, the second session was extremely important, and Rohit Sharma being there made a huge difference for the for the Indian team, where we didn't lose any wickets. The Indian team didn't lose any wickets in that session. That's the second session between lunch and tea. So one is Rohit Sharma's batting, his contribution with the bat, and staying there on the pitch, going from strength to strength. And also the partnership between Rohit Sharma and Ajinkya Rahane. I think that was the most crucial, 4th wicket stand, which made India put a big total on board in the first innings.
329 was a very good first innings total, considering the conditions of the pitch. And of course, Ashwin, being a champion bowler, wrapped it up by removing England for a paltry 134, I would say.
Oh, definitely, yes. There's a clear difference as far as the class of spinners are concerned from both sides. The Indian team spinners, that's Ashwin, Akshar Patel, and Kuldeep, definitely are way ahead compared to Jack Leach and even Root, or for that matter, Moeen Ali, absolutely, yes. Moeen Ali is more of an all-rounder. Something like Washington Sundar, who bowls right arm off spinners and bats left. So they didn't have a quality spinner in their lineup. Probably, I think England did make a mistake probably in choosing the right 11. So I feel that they could have gone with an extra spinner in place of a fast bowler, because they always had Ben Stokes, who can bat extremely well and also bowl a few overs, and they could have had either one of them, whether a Stuart Broad or a Stone.
Absolutely right. Straight away you can say they could have made a better playing 11 for this particular test match, which could have been more effective, as you rightly put it. But again, Venky, after England got out for 134, there was a lot of shusha on the social media telling that this was a very bad wicket, embarrassment. So many former cricketers, especially from England, made a statement. But again, India batted on the same wicket. In fact, England got out on second day for 134. India scored 286 on day 3, which was even bad when compared to second day. So they gave a lesson to the Englishmen, basically, how to bat on a turning track.
Well, I beg to disagree with this, for the simple reason or with you for that matter, Srinivas Murthy, for the simple reason that thanks to Ravichandran and Ashwin, we were able to put up a good score. At one point of time, India were 106 for 6. We had lost 6 crucial wickets, and that's when Ashwin came and he started playing those shots. And in fact, look, he got 100. I don't want to take any credit out of him, out of the performance, the batting performance from Ashwin. But the point is that he had 3 opportunities. In fact, he had 3 chances. They were two drop catches, and which was pretty straightforward, and 1 stumping opportunity as well. So in that sense, he was lucky. Of course, the harder you work, the luckier you get. I mean, there's a saying. I'm sure he would have worked extremely hard on his batting, so probably one of the reasons why he was that lucky. But having said that, the pitch was disintegrating. It was getting powderish. There were a lot of dust that was coming out of the pitch, and it was not a good test match cricket pitch, I would say. Obviously, everything from day one, from the first session, everything was in favor of the spinners. Having said that, yes, I mean, we did, thanks to Ashwin, we did put up a big score. And as I said, there's a clear difference between the English spinners and the Indian spinners. Indian spinners were way, way ahead of the English spinners.
Venky, you can't forget the contribution of Virat Kohli. He also scored 64 runs, and his knock, Venky, was chanceless.
Well, I think he had to. Well, look. In fact, if you look at that, the way he approached his batting when he came onto the crease, he was not very sure because wickets were falling on the other end, and he had to hold one end, and he was very slow to get off the mark because in the first innings he got out for a duck. So obviously, there are a lot of thoughts that would be going in his mind whether he would. He might get out for another duck or something like that, which has never happened as, in his test career. So he took his own time, but he survived. I think he applied himself, took on the responsibility as a captain and as a lead batsman, took on that responsibility, stayed there, though the wickets were falling on the other end, and waited for Ashwin to come onto the crease. And the moment Ashwin came, he started playing his shots, and that gave probably a bit more confidence to Virat Kohli to play his shots then, seeing Ashwin, batting the way he was batting. So there was a lot of positive that rubbed on Virat Kohli, looking at Ashwin's batting, but still a very big contribution. I mean, he was looking to get 100, but if you look at that dismissal. It went, I wouldn't say England's way, it went the umpire's way, if you look at it. I mean, because he gave him, he judged him out LBW, and when he reviewed it, it was hitting the top of the stump. So it was a 50-50 chance, and, we all know that the umpire decision stays. So that's how he got out. Otherwise, he was, he could have got another 100 as well.
Canara Bank. Together we can.
See, after setting a target of 482, it was a foregone conclusion that England would lose the game. But the question was when. So India easily rolled over England, I would say, in this particular test match and got a very massive victory. 317 runs is not a small margin, and it is one of the biggest margin victories against England if you see the statistics. So Venky, before the start of this particular second test match, there was a lot of talk that Rohit Sharma's form, there was a lot of talk about Rahane's contribution, and Akshar Patel was making his debut. But all these 3 players made a big statement by performing in this in this test match.
Of course, from day one, from the toss onwards, I think, India were dominating, whether it's first day or the second day. Third day, I mean, you mentioned a lot of players, whether it's Rohit Sharma, Ajinkya Rahane, Virat Kohli in the second innings, Ashwin in the second innings in terms of with his bat. First innings again, it was Ashwin who bowled his heart out, picked up another 5 for, and second innings, there was another fifer from the debutant, Akshar Patel. I mean, it's a dream debut for Akshar Patel. Playing in India, playing his first test match, and on a ranked turner. So, I mean, you couldn't have asked for more. I think we also need to mention here about another individual, that is Rishabh Pant. His batting in the first innings, and more so, I mean, everybody knows about his batting skill, about his the talent that he has with his bat. His keeping, I think that was outstanding, especially in the second innings. The way he was collecting the deliveries, for spinners. And of course, he took some brilliant catches in the first innings of fast bowlers. Having said that, the second innings, the stumpings that he effected was outstanding. The Lawrence stumping, especially of Ashwin, which where the ball came in between his legs, and it did turn and bounce, and he had to collect it, and he affected that stumping was just phenomenal. So even Rishabh Pant is going from strength to strength. So this is a big positive as far as the Indian team is concerned.
Absolutely right, Venky. As you said, Rishabh Pant, there was a lot of questions whether he'll be able to keep up to the stumps for the spinners on a turning and a bouncing track. And he proved that, yes, he can do that job also. In this game, as you said, he performed in front of the wicket and also behind the wicket, I would say. But again, Venky, this series is beautifully poised. And if I look at the World Test Championships table, after the first test toss, India from first position had slipped to fourth position. Now, after this victory, they are in the second position. And England, which was in first position after first test match, has moved to fourth place now.
Absolutely. There is, a lot of permutations and combinations here. England can qualify, India can qualify, and even there is an outside chance for the Australian team to qualify as well. So for India to qualify, I think if we focus on the Indian team, they need to win this 2-1 or 3-1. So they cannot allow England to win any more test matches in this series. So in that sense, obviously, the next test match, that is the pink ball test match that's happening in Ahmedabad, which is a day-night test match, is going to be that much more crucial for India.
Absolutely right, Venky. This series is very well fought, evenly placed at this moment after two tests. As you rightly said, the third test is starting on 24th February. We'll come back again before that game to discuss, Venky, whether both teams should have medium pacers in their attack more, because pink ball generally tends to help the medium pacers. Thank you very much for sharing your thought and sharing your time with us.
Thank you very much, Smriti. It was always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much. So we have to conclude this particular episode here. India won the test match. It was a super victory. Strong statement has been made by this Indian team that they can always come back after a defeat. We'll come back with another episode shortly before the third test match. Keep watching Canara Bank YouTube channel.